So we got up at the Crack of Sparrows to an absolutely stunning sunrise for our first proper day out sailing hat trick. Tim quickly took Sky to shore whilst I started my coffee duties for the morning. Once back, we started our engine and left RB Marine for the first time since getting hat trick. Our destination for today was Carrick Castle, one of our favourite spots. After a while, we were able to get the head sail out on hat trick for the first ever time. Now, we did keep our engine going so we could do a bit of motor sailing as the wind wasn't fully with us at this point, and it meant that we could get used to the boat gradually. Once around the peninsula, we were able to cut our engine and sail solely on our sails for the first time ever on hat trick, which was a really special moment. The rain didn't dampen our spirit. Even Skylar wanted to sit out on deck with us, and we had to bundle her up in all of her clothes to make sure she stayed nice and warm. For our first night properly out on hat trick, we decided that we'd pick up a mooring rather than try and find somewhere to anchor in this disgusting weather. Now, this proved to be a little bit difficult for me because, as it turns out, I'm not strong enough to haul a 30-foot boat onto the mooring when the wind is on our nose. So with Tim at the front dealing with that, I headed back to the rear of the boat to help assist when he needed it. Once settled, there was a few bits and bobs we needed to do on the boat. Mainly the fact that the engine wasn't charging the batteries. However, that was a nice quick fix. It was then on to looking at windy and the incoming weather, and then just hunkering down until the rain blew over. After a lovely warm lunch and a few hours had passed, we headed over to shore to have a bit of a leg stretch and let Skylar go for a run around. And that was our first adventure day on hat trick. Right, so Skylar and I have come to shore to explore around Carrick Castle because Tim has got a Zoom meeting this morning with the council, so we're going to be out of his way. So we've got the camera gear and we're going to see what we can see, really. Hopefully there'll be something nice to photograph and yeah, just have a bit of an explore. Skylar was getting a bit cold, so we headed off on a walk so she could dry off and warm up. So Scar and I have had a really nice time here on the shore at Carrick Castle. We went down and explored the shore, and then we've also been on this lovely walk up to the waterfall, which is one of my favourites. So we're heading back to the boat now. Once back aboard, we dropped our mooring and set it out for some sailing practice up and down Loch Goil. Things didn't exactly go to plan with the wind, and we ended up motoring for a while. We then headed to Loch Goil and sailed back to Carrick, where we got in lots of tacks and some good sailing practice. We are now on our anchorage for the evening, and it is a little bit blowy, but we're hoping that it is going to calm down as the night goes on. So it has been a bit of a mixed day emotionally for me on some of our sailing, on our tacking, coming back up Loch Goil to this anchorage. It just got a bit too much for me. I think, with being tired and not having really sailed, the last time I was on a boat was when we picked this up 18 months ago, so I've not really done any sailing in that time. Well, I say I haven't done any full stop. So I just found it all just got a bit too much for me when we were doing the tacking, although on the video it didn't look like it heeled over much, and it probably didn't in real life. It just was a bit too much for me. So but we're still, something to work on. I am still quite new to sailing, and it does scare me, so I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I do find it scary. So it was good practice, and thankfully Tim was there to help take over when it got a bit too much. And then just after that, once I had calmed down, we got things at the control again, and then we set the anchor for the first time. We actually ended up doing it twice because we were a bit too close into sort of like a little spit. So we reset a bit further out, and we're opposite a really cool waterfall, but it's just right off of the road. So I think in the morning, before we head off, I'm going to take Skylar over there, because we've got to take her ashore anyway, and see the waterfall and hopefully take some photos of it. That's my plan. And then the plan tomorrow, we've got another weather front coming in. And gosh, the weather in the UK at the moment is absolutely shocking, and it's just everywhere. It's so wet and disgusting, but it's also quite windy. There seems to be like storm front after storm front coming in, at the moment. So we're going to head down to Holy Loch and to the marina there and stay there for a couple of days and hopefully sit out the worst of it. So we're hoping to get as much practice in as we can, but I mean, the gamble you take when you launch early in April is the weather, and the weather's not looking great for us. Ironically, the long range forecast looks brilliant for when we get home, but yeah, it is what it is. So we're making the most of it. It's been dry today, which has been a relief because yesterday was absolutely minging. So yeah, but anyway, I'm going to stop rabbiting on and we will see you in the morning. Next time I check out the amazing waterfall, we head to Holy Loch and getting some good sailing practice, and we pick up a couple of stowaways.